I have a 2012 Honda Civic DX rear brake shoes and drums. And this one, they're metal to metal and they're really tight, and I cannot remove the drum without releasing the adjuster inside the drum assembly. Okay, so on the back side, right about here, there's one of those little rubber grommets. What you want to do is you want to take that grommet out. Try not to lose it. Got it. This baby. You want to take that out. Get yourself your brake spoon. Stick it in through the hole. And then you just want to grab a hold of that star wheel inside there and just give it a little oomph. You want to screw it down. You know? And just keep on going and going. You might have to hit the drum with a hammer to break it loose from the rust from the hub. And once you do that, then you can start removing the drum. And you just got to keep on adjusting it. You want to go inside there and you want to turn it down. Basically rotating it this way, because the adjuster goes like that inside here. It's got a little lever and goes like that against it. And that tightens it up. And we want to go like this, reverse the flow. Down, down, okay? You can only do one little tooth at a time, okay? So I'm going to see if I can get mine off now. Okay, I got mine off. There's a real big rust ridge right here. A wear ridge. It's about 1/8 of an inch. It goes behind the shoes and it causes that drum not to come off because the shoes are on the inside here, on the other side of this lip. All right, so that's when you gotta take that self-adjuster and you want to turn it this way, because when this thing adjusts it, it turns it this way. All right, so you want to turn it this way. So you want to turn that little star wheel down on this side. Okay, I'll flip this over and I'll show you where the hole's at. I don't know if you can see it. It's in there. I mean, hold on. Okay, you see it? All right, after you got both sides, well, after you got both sides apart, but the drums off, at least put your little plug back in on the back side, okay, after you got the drums off. All right, so like I said, I'm going to remove that spring first. I'm going to try getting it off of here first. So all I'm going to do is put my clamp there. I'll put my clamp here. And put my clamp here, and to help keep it from being pushed that way when I pull on it. So when you pull on that spring, it pushes this shoe that way, pushes the piston in, and pushes this other piston out. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, get my C-clamp. Then put a screwdriver underneath it. The springs that brought it out a little bit. Got my needle nose vice grips on it. That's holding the spring out away from the shoe. So now I can go ahead and grab my vice grips, and I can muscle it that way and hopefully pull the spring out of the shoe. All right, I got the vice grips on the spring. It was still in there. Took my flat blade screwdriver, went on the other side of this side of the vice grips, put it into this hole, pushed against the vice grips, and that in turn pushed the whole vice grips that way, and then I pulled it out. That worked pretty good. Conventional tools, I don't have no special tools to do this. I'm just using conventional vice grips, needle nose vice grips, screwdriver, a C-clamp, and needle nose and a pair of pliers. Now remove the C-clamp, remove your hold down, then you can go ahead and pull this brake shoe forward and pull your adjuster with it. And then you can undo the spring because you'll take that shoe and go like that, and then releases the tension on the lower spring. And for the hold down, I'll push down and then I'll twist it. And that, when I twist it, it turns the hold down, flat part of it sideways, and then it unreleases it. Okay, here we go. This way's doing pretty good. All you gotta do is release this hold down, and you can pull this shoe out, and then get your spring off of there, and then your parking brake pawl. Removing the horseshoe off the parking brake pawl, and don't forget to remove the pin, and then tap it back in using your socket as a support for the shoe. Clean all this up, and then you can go together. Reassemble. This way worked out way better. All right, got your adjuster cleaned up. Got your backing plate cleaned up. Spots for the shoes sit, those are lubed. Got your parking brake pawl on with the horseshoe. Get that up there ready to go. Go ahead and hold it up there and put your hold down on. Okay, I use my pliers. Push down it. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Like, basically like, not all the way across it, but just across the pin and the end of the horseshoes, okay? And then it creates a little gap, and then I'll stick a flat blade screwdriver in that gap, and I'll twist it, and I'll pull that horseshoe off of there. So I used my flat blade, went inside there and twisted it, and I'm pulling that horseshoe off of there. Take the old parking brake shoe with the, not parking brake shoe. Take the old brake shoe, the one with the parking brake lever pin on it, punch it out with a punch, and grab the new shoe and put it inside the new shoe, and then tap it down onto a socket so the pin goes into the socket like that. And put this on your bench, hit the pin with your hammer, and you're not going against the pin, you're going against the socket, so then the pin goes all the way in. Next, you can go ahead and put some lube on your parking brake lever, and then put that on there, and then put your horseshoe clip on it and bend it with a pair of pliers or some side cuts. All right, got the horseshoe back on there. Usually if you buy the spring kit, it comes with a new horseshoe. And spring kit wasn't available till tomorrow, and I need to get this done today. So, and also you got your backing plate all clean, so put some lube, brake lube on the backing plate points where the shoes sit. This is your adjuster, and make sure your parking brake shoe lever goes into the big end of this. So the long end is sticking on the outside towards you. Next thing you want to do is put your brake shoe up there. Put your hold down pin through the hole. Take it through and get your hold down spring. Push it over it. Get your pliers. Line it up with your slot. Push in on the spring, and then go ahead and turn your pliers and line it up in the little notches on the spring. And on the front one, you want to go ahead and assemble your adjuster, and your adjuster pawl has to go underneath there. This goes on there anyway because it has a slot on both sides, so it doesn't matter. Make sure this goes underneath the adjuster. Get that pushed up in there. If you got to use your clamp, put your clamp on there to hold it in place, and then you can go ahead and put your hold down in there, or just hold it. Okay, I got my pin in there, and I'm holding the shoe up there. Now I just got to get my other arm and put the spring in there, get my pliers and push in on the spring, and then turn my pin. And you can use a flat blade screwdriver too, and that worked easier for me. I used the pliers over here, use flat blade screwdriver over here. Now all I gotta do is put my spring in here. Got to use some good needle nose pliers to stretch that spring. Okay, what I do is I pushed the brake shoe that way, pushed the piston in, put my clamp on here, tighten it up. Do not overbear, tighten it up. Put my spring in there. Make sure my adjuster's inside my rear brake shoe. Pulled on my spring and got it inside there, and it went into the hole. Now I can go ahead and loosen my clamp up. The clamp is removed. Centered it best I could a little bit, pushing it in there. Put my lower spring on there. See, now it's this way. Makes it more easier so I can get my needle nose pliers, pull on and get it inside that hole. Okay? And it has to go on the inside of this little bracket on the other side of it. Then you can put your adjuster spring in there as well. Got my lower spring in. Got my adjuster spring in. It's got these bends on. The bends right here, and it's got a bend right there, so it kind of goes in there. So now that's all set. Now all I gotta do is get my new drum, put it on there, and adjust my adjuster down on the inside here, just so that it gets some resistance going on and off. You're not turning it up too much that you can't get it on, and then you push it on, and then you can't get it back off. So you just want to be able to slide it on and off with a little bit of resistance. Okay, got the hold down on, got the spring in there, got the adjuster lever in there, and put your adjuster in there. Then you can swing the whole thing up and stick it in there and have your hold down ready, your pin, your spring, and your screwdriver. Okay, you might have to push this shoe up a little bit so it's centered in there, so your adjuster will fit down inside here properly. Remember, the long side out, the fat side in, goes onto the parking brake pawl. Got this thing in there, make sure that goes behind there on that little notch. Put your hold down in there. The spring's on there. So now we can go ahead and put that spring from here all the way to there. What I can do is I can go ahead and use my vice grip needle nose and my screwdriver again to pry it. Or I can use a regular needle nose. I think I might have used a screwdriver to push it last time. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try my needle nose again. All right, I pushed my shoe that way. Put my clamp on there so when I'm pulling on the spring, it doesn't pull this shoe into the cylinder and push the pistons out that way. So I have my vice grips on the spring. Put the spring in there. Got my screwdriver over there to that hole. Pried the vice grips over. Got it started in the hole. Removed my vice grips. It was just on the edge of it. So I put my screwdriver on there and I punched it. Punched the screwdriver and it popped it in the hole. So now I can go ahead and remove my C-clamp. Center my shoes. And make sure my spring's behind here. Everything's in place. And then I can go ahead and adjust my star washer to my drum slide on with a little bit of restriction. And that will complete it. I don't know if I can show you, but that's still too loose. That was after 15 with the screwdriver. All right, that was 35 movements with the screwdriver, and it's on there. Got nice resistance. It still pulls off. But when I pull it off a little bit, it doesn't have that big shaking to it. So it's adjusted properly. So adjust the other side the same way. Get them equal. You don't want to be pushing it on there and then you can't get it off. So just do it a little bit at a time so you don't get in that predicament that it's too tight, okay? So hopefully I helped you out with this video, and hopefully you can help me out by subscribing to me. And like I said, every time you do drum brakes, it's always an experience, okay? So take your time, do one side at a time so you don't forget how things go, okay? All right, good luck.